If you or someone you love has a giant head, you've got to get rid of all their old hats that are set to the very max setting on the back. We look like goofballs, it doesn't fit us properly, and instead we've got to get some hats that actually fit our heads. This is not sponsored in any way by this brand. These are just hats that I've really enjoyed, and I want to tell other people with giant heads about them. So first off, in contrast to a normal hat, like I got to go to the MotoGP race at COTA, which is Circuit of the Americas. It's this beautiful giant racetrack. My dad loves motorcycles. I like racing, and so we got to go there, so I bought this hat. Well, because I have such a giant head, I've got this adjusted basically as far as it can go without the Velcro just snapping apart. And the problem with a hat like this is, A, it's already tighter than that last hat that I had on. It's more uncomfortable. And B, it just doesn't fit as well. You know, it can't sit down on your head the way that a hat is supposed to. It's uncomfortable. It's kind of pinching my scalp right now, and I don't love that. Then we've got this hat that I got at another event, and I kind of wanted to commemorate the thing. Thought the hat was a nice design. It looks cool enough. But then you look on the back, and I've got it on the literal very last snap. A, it doesn't look cool. Like, this does not look as good as if I had a little bit more coverage in terms of the snaps. But B, it's also more prone to break away like that. I mean, look at that. It just came undone because I pulled on the hat. But there's literally no other way for me to wear this hat than to do that. Ridiculous. Then I've got something that's the worst culprit of all, which is like an athletic style hat. This is a specifically made kind of running hat. It's super ventilated. That's all very well and good, but again, it's on the very last snap. Watch how crazy this looks on my head. I look like I stole a child's hat and decided to wear it out for the day. I mean, it doesn't sit very far down on my head. The whole thing just, it feels like it's sort of on top of my head. It's not on and around my head. And I've worn this hat. It's a decent hat. I mean, I don't have like a complaint with it besides the fact that it looks like it's from a child's closet. But compared to these hats from Mammoth Headwear, it sucks. So I've had this black hat now for, I think, 2 years. And I've run probably 100 miles in it. I've worn it to business meetings. I've worn it day to day. And it's holding up really, really well. I thought there was a loose thread somewhere I was going to show you. Oh, technically, there's a little bit of a loose thread here, but it's really not bad. And I love these hats for 3 reasons. Number one, actually maybe 4 reasons. Number one, they actually fit my head. So they're tall enough, they're deep enough on the head that they can sit down as far as you would want a hat to sit down, which I really appreciate. And I've only opened it up 2 notches here, as you can see. So I've got almost all the overlap possible. This gray one, I just left it on sort of the factory default setting with all the overlap. I didn't have to expand it at all. And if we're buying a specialty hat, the fact that it actually fits your head is the number 1 reason, for sure. But the other 3 reasons why I like these are, number 1, I think the design is actually decent. Like, this one is the first one I bought, and it's got their logo on it, which I'm fine with. Like, no one knows what Mammoth Headwear is anyway. I don't feel like I'm being a walking billboard for them. But then my wife got me this gray one, and it just has nothing on it. So it's just sort of a generic, sporty-ish looking hat. No markings, no nothing. There's a tiny little embroidered M on the side, but it's very subtle, so no one would know what that is. And leave it to me, I wore it while we were painting our house, and so I got a little bit of paint on the brim right there, which that kind of sucks. But overall, the design, I think, is attractive enough to wear a lot of different places. You could wear it to run in, like I've done. You could wear it to meetings. You could kind of go out to dinner in it. It's a nice enough design. The next thing I really appreciate about them is how little they show sweat stains. I live in Arizona, and so we sweat a lot here. Technically, there's a little bit of a sweat stain there, but it's really, really subtle. Other hats that I've had, I don't know if any of those that I threw are good examples, but other hats that I've had really show sweat stains, you know, underneath the bill and other places where the sweat might build up. Man, you just get those like little jagged calcium deposits or whatever sweat's made of. And it really shows and it really looks terrible. And these do a really good job of not doing that. This one I think I've worn more recently and gotten like really, really sweaty, like to the point where it's like dripping water off of it. It's so sweaty. And you can see there's a little bit of a marking there, but it's similar to the color of the hat. Even on the black one, it doesn't really show. So it's really nice that it doesn't show sweat. The next thing that I love about the hats is the fact that they are so ventilated on the backside. You know, if you're a big guy with a big head, you're probably also hot. And so the fact that these ventilate a lot better than the average hat, like you can see the light coming through this thing. You can see me right through the holes. It's ventilated enough that you really feel the substantial effect of it, but it's not so open that you have like a ton of hair poking through, or you could see the scalp too much. Like, they've really struck kind of a nice balance, I think, to give you a lot of ventilation, but not have it be so open like that running hat was, where it's like just a net on your head. Again, it's serving that dual purpose. It's athletic, it's helpful to be comfortable every day, but it also still looks good. I just noticed this tag, one size fits big. Here, I'll try on the gray one for you so you can see what that actually looks like on the head. I mean, I just think that it's like the best hat that I've ever worn. Again, not sponsored by them. I don't have an affiliate link even by them. I just want dads out there or just big guys to know there are hats for us. There's decently priced, very well made, large enough hats that look good. And the funny thing is that after I've gotten both of these hats now, I just don't wear my other hats. Like, I still have them for some reason. I guess it served the purpose to make this video with you, but I really should just throw them away because I literally never wear them. Depending on the color of the outfit, I'll pick either the black or the gray. I just took this black one on a trip to Germany and Belgium whenever I drove on a couple of racetracks over there. That was really awesome. Served me really well. I've thrown this one in the washer once, and if anything, I think I'm due to throw it in the washer again just to make sure that it's clean, especially after that trip. But no special care instructions, no special anything. I don't have to like measure my head to make sure I order the right size. It's like, do you have a big enough head that a normal hat is too small for you? These are probably the hats you need. I'll put their website in the video description just so you can find it really easily. Again, I'm not making any money whatsoever off of this. Just want to let you know and provide a service to you. So if that was helpful, then check out my other videos or subscribe for more dad-related tools and tech. And otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Bye.